Hi, everyone. It's me, Kelly, again. I've just received some shocking news from GH, and I want to share it with you. These recent developments with Cassius have left me absolutely stunned. Yet, in the best possible way for longtime fans like us who live for the emotional roller coaster, when that mask finally came off and his whole scheme under the identity of Nathan was exposed, I sat there with my hand over my mouth thinking this was the moment everything would explode. But no, Cassius did not run like so many villains before him. Instead, he chose to stay, risking it all for one final goodbye to someone very special. My heart tells me it was James, and that choice says everything about the complicated layers this character has shown us lately. It was not just shocking, it felt deeply personal. Lulu has already endured so much, and this revelation hit her harder than anything in recent memory. I remember how fiercely she has fought for her family, and to see this deception unravel right in front of her must have torn her apart. As someone who has cheered for Lulu through every heartbreak, I felt her pain right alongside her. Yet, I also found myself wondering if this goodbye reveals a tiny spark of humanity in Cassius that we have not seen before. Is it possible he truly cares for the boy in some twisted way? The writers have done something clever here, making us question our own feelings about a man who caused so much damage. What really has me buzzing is how this all connects to Liesl. That woman has always been a force of nature, ready to move heaven and earth for her loved ones. And now she seems prepared to create some real fireworks to protect her child. I have seen Liesl in protective mode many times over the years, but this feels different, more intense, like a new obsession taking hold. She is not one to back down, and the way she is positioning herself suggests she knows secrets that could change everything. I have to say, I admire that kind of maternal fire, even when it leads to chaos. It reminds me of the classic General Hospital stories, where family loyalty drives characters to the edge. Liesl's actions are proving that some obsessions never truly fade. They just evolve into something even more explosive. Of course, Cassius is not walking away clean from any of this. The pressure from PCPD and Cullum is mounting fast, creating new troubles that feel like they are closing in from every side. I can almost feel the tension through the screen. Cassius has been playing a dangerous game, and now it looks like he is on the verge of a complete breakdown. Will he finally crack under the weight of it all? I keep asking myself that question, and I suspect the answer is coming sooner than we think. The way the police are tightening the net, combined with Cullum's involvement, makes me believe we are heading toward a confrontation that has been building for months. It is the kind of slow burn suspense that General Hospital does so well, keeping us glued to our seats. Then there is the situation with Maxie and James. If Maxie has truly stepped away, it opens up so many possibilities, and the idea that James might choose to stay by Cassius's side is both heartbreaking and strangely compelling. Children see things differently, don't they? James has formed some kind of bond here, and that choice could spark a whole new round of explosions in Port Charles. I have watched Maxie navigate single motherhood and complicated relationships for years, and this development feels like it could test her strength in ways we have not seen before. As a longtime viewer, I find myself rooting for James to find safety and love, yet I cannot help but worry about the emotional toll this will take on everyone involved. Let me share a personal thought here. Sometimes these storylines diverge from what I imagined the original path might have been. But that is what keeps the show fresh after all these years. In my view, Cassius staying for that goodbye humanizes him just enough to make his eventual downfall more satisfying. It is different from the straightforward villain arcs we saw in the past, and I appreciate that nuance. It proves the writers are listening to longtime fans who want more than simple black and white morality. We want characters who surprise us, who make us debate their choices long after the episode ends. Looking ahead, I cannot help but pose a few questions that I believe many of us are thinking. What will Lulu do now that the truth is out? Will she find the strength to move forward, or will this push her into a darker chapter? And how far is Liesl willing to go to shield her own? These threads feel interconnected in the most exciting way, promising that the heat in Port Charles is only going to rise. I have a feeling Cassius's explosion is going to be one for the history books, especially with PCPD and Cullum applying that relentless pressure. One thing I love about General Hospital is how it balances high-stakes drama with those quieter emotional moments. The final goodbye scene had me reaching for tissues not just because of the shock, but because it showed the real cost of secrets and lies. James staying behind if Maxie has left adds another layer of complexity that I find fascinating. It makes me reflect on how family bonds form in unexpected places, even amid deception. As fans who have followed these characters through generations, we know that such choices rarely come without consequences. I truly believe we are in for some of the most gripping episodes yet. The tension surrounding Cassius feels electric, and Liesel's protective instincts are going to collide with everything else in spectacular fashion. Will Cullum be the one to finally bring justice, or will Cassius slip away at the last moment? These are the questions that keep me coming back, and I suspect they will keep all of us talking for weeks. The show has a wonderful way of making us care deeply, even when the paths twist in directions we did not expect. Personally, I think this arc honors the spirit of classic General Hospital while adding modern depth. It is not afraid to show vulnerability in the most unlikely characters, and that makes the payoffs so much sweeter. Lulu's pain is real and raw, but I have faith she will emerge stronger, just as she has before. Liesel's obsession reminds us that love can drive people to extremes, and watching that unfold is pure entertainment. As for James, his loyalty tugs at the heartstrings and sets up compelling future stories that I cannot wait to see. The build-up with PCPD feels authentic and urgent, like real stakes are on the line. Cassius facing his reckoning is going to be intense, and I am here for every moment. These developments have reignited my passion for the show, proving that even after all these years, General Hospital still knows how to deliver surprises that matter. The emotional layers, the family conflicts, and the constant sense of impending drama make it the perfect escape and the perfect companion for viewers like us who cherish these characters. I find myself smiling as I think about what is coming next. The explosions Liesel is ready to create, the choices James might make, and the final stand of Cassius all point to fireworks on the horizon. It is the kind of storytelling that rewards loyal viewers, giving us rich character moments alongside thrilling plot turns. I have no doubt the upcoming episodes will leave us breathless and eager for more. General Hospital continues to prove why it has endured for so long, capturing the complexities of life, love, and loyalty in ways that feel both timeless and fresh. What truly has my heart racing is the explosive connection growing between James and Cassius. There is something powerful and unexpected happening there, a bond that refuses to break even as the truth spills out. James seems drawn to him in ways that surprise everyone, and I keep asking myself whether this relationship will be the thing that redeems Cassius or destroys them both. Children see the good in people long after the rest of us have given up, and watching James stand by him creates this beautiful yet terrifying tension. It is the kind of storyline that reminds me of classic General Hospital moments where family ties form in the strangest places. I believe this explosion of emotions between them is only just beginning, and it promises to pull in everyone around them. Then, there is the surprising possibility that Cassius could actually reach out to PCPD to help save Liesel and Jocelyn. At first, I thought it was impossible after everything, but the more I reflect, the more it makes sense. Cassius has shown he is capable of unexpected choices, and if aligning with the police is the only way to protect those two women, I think he might just do it. Liesel has always fought fiercely for her own, and Jocelyn deserves every chance at safety after the storms she has weathered. This potential alliance feels like a major shift, one that could rewrite alliances across Port Charles. I love when the show takes these bold swings because it keeps longtime viewers like me guessing and hoping for redemption arcs that feel earned. Of course, the biggest fireworks may come from the emerging revelations about Sidwell and Cullum. Their crimes are on the verge of being exposed, and I can already sense the shockwaves building. For too long, these two have operated in the gray areas, but the evidence mounting against them suggests a reckoning is coming fast. This discovery ties directly into Cassius's troubles in the most thrilling way, proving that no secret stays buried forever in Port Charles. I have my own theory that Cullum's pressure on Cassius was partly a cover for his own misdeeds, and when that truth comes out, it is going to be explosive. The way the story is weaving these threads together shows real craftsmanship from the writers. As someone who has watched through countless cycles of betrayal and justice, I appreciate how this arc balances danger with hope. Cassius facing these new perils while possibly turning toward PCPD creates a moral gray zone that sparks great debate among fans. Will saving Liesl and Jocelyn be enough to balance the scales for him? And how will James's loyalty factor into the chaos? These questions keep me up at night in the best way possible. The upcoming episodes feel charged with electricity, promising confrontations that will test every character involved. Liesl's protective fire, combined with Cassius's desperate moves, could create some of the most memorable scenes we have seen in seasons. I truly believe the exposure of Sidwell and Cullum's wrongdoing will open doors to new storylines that reward patient viewers like us. It is refreshing to see the show honor its history while pushing forward with fresh dangers and alliances. James and Cassius together in the middle of this storm add such emotional weight that I cannot look away.